We're back. We are back with another tutorial for today. This one's gonna be Caine. We're gonna be doing some more like character-specific customs for characters that don't really match the tutorial that I made. So this is 100% one of them, and I'm gonna show you how to make Caine. And I'm gonna be showing you guys a much better way to make the jaw. Because mine broke. So I'm gonna show you guys a better way to make the jaw than what I did when I made him, so let's get started. I'm sure you guys know this by now, but our materials for what we need is gonna be papers, markers, tape, and scissors. So to start, for making the Caine plush, we're gonna start with making our top jaw and our bottom jaw. We're gonna be drawing these, so this is the shape you're gonna need, the general shape. Alright, so you should have something like this, so we're just gonna set that, well actually we gotta cut these first, so don't set that aside, and let's start cutting. Alright, and then once you get the pieces cut out, and make sure you color both sides, and then once you have your two pieces of the jaw, we're gonna work on not connecting them yet. We're gonna make the teeth first so that they're ready. So for the teeth, you could do it like this, where you draw all the teeth out, cut this, like this entire bar out. All right, and now you should just have this giant row of all the teeth. Then for each jaw, we're gonna get some teeth, and you might have to make more teeth. I had two when I first made Caine. I wouldn't be surprised if I have two for this one. You're just gonna take the jaw, and we're gonna attach it like this, like that. And you're gonna put a piece of tape there. I gotta pause and get a piece of tape, but you're gonna get a piece of tape to tape it there, and then so you can tape it on, and if you leave enough room, it might be able to just bend on its own. Otherwise, you might have to kind of force it to bend like this, and so you can position it. Make sure that the bottom of the teeth are what's gonna be on the jaw, on this jawline right here. And try and do that. So like the bottom of the teeth here, attach to the jaw. See, if you can see that, that's basically what you need to make sure you do right. And then we're just gonna keep wrapping around. So we're gonna go here maybe, put a piece of tape, go around, here, put a piece of tape, go around, and just keep going around and putting pieces of tape until you make it to the end. Forgot to mention this, but if you have extra, once it's all wrapped around, just cut that off, and there you go. So you're gonna do the next jaw, and you might not have enough teeth left, and you just need to make another one of the like row of teeth and put it on here. Do the same thing, put the teeth like this and wrap them around. So just like tape that, and then keep going until it's all taped and ready to go. Little tip here, when you're doing this, kind of wrap this around the jaw. So kind of wrap it around the jaw. So like bend this so you have the teeth at the bottom of the jaw, and then wrap it around. It makes it a lot easier to tape it. Once you're done, you should have this, and there we go. So for my original Caine, I used wire that was just covered in some fabric, but when I did this, I found out that that was not the best, because as you can see, it's no longer there, and there's just tape there because it didn't stay on. So I'm not going to recommend this, and instead we're going to do something else. You can definitely try that, and if you want the jaw to be adjustable and like kind of move around, definitely do that. But for Caine, I don't exactly need that for Caine, and the wires have broken off of this Caine custom plush already, and his jaw hasn't been able to move like that, and it's been fine. So we're gonna just tape the jaws together, and I'm gonna show you the best way to do that so it doesn't fall apart. So the thing about the jaw is we don't want the jaw completely open. The actual Caine, like the character, its jaw is a little bit more closed like that, so we're gonna have to be a little bit complicated for this, but hopefully it's not too complicated. What we're gonna do in order to like half close it is to half close this jaw. We're gonna have to, oops, there we go. We're gonna have to connect the teeth together on each of the jaw pieces, kind of like that. So start by getting the teeth. So these teeth, the edges of the teeth inside the other jaw piece, And now you'll be able to determine what you want the top jaw and bottom jaw to be between the two pieces. It's up to you. And we're gonna then just adjust this to the height we need. We need to be able to fit the eyes in there, so beware of that. Make sure you keep that in mind. We need to fit the jaw, or not the jaw, the eyes in there. And once you have it open enough to where the eyes will fit in and the jaw isn't too open, then just tape these teeth here, both teeth from both jaw at the corner together. And that should do it. So mine might be a little too close, but I think I can still fit the eyes in there. So I'm going to go with this. And there's going to be this like space in the back, and if you want to get rid of that, then like I don't use the teeth piece, but I'm just showing you. You can kind of put a piece of paper there. So the eyes, what we're going to do for the eyes is we're going to just draw the eyes on a piece of paper. To record footage of me and how I did this, but I just colored in these on a piece of paper and then cut them out, so that's all you need to know. For taping these in, we're going to have to tape these in a particular way, and you're going to need a pretty large piece of tape. So let me explain what we're going to do here. We're going to put a piece of tape on the eye, and then the two pieces of tape need to connect to both of the teeth, or both of the jaws. So I'll show you right now. Grab a piece of tape that is long enough to not only go onto the eye, like that, but can also stretch across and connect to both of the teeth, like both jaws of teeth, so that it can float without... Oh, okay. Take that off and put this on. So it can look like it is floating in the middle of the jaw. There you go. All you need to do is do it with the other eye. You can have floating eyes, and there you go. That's how the floating eyes are done. You have finished the jaw, the hardest part of the Caine paper plush. We gotta make the top hat now. It's the exact same as in my other paper plush tutorial, which I'll explain how the top hat is made briefly here. So make a black circle on your piece of paper, and that's basically what we're gonna start. Make it the bottom of the top hat, so make sure it's not like too big or too small. Just make sure it's the right size to make the Caine plush, you know, the top hat look good. Alright, so that's basically it for the first part. This is gonna be the bottom of the top hat. Try and match it with the size of the top of the jaw as best as you can, because you're gonna have a different size than mine, so you're gonna need a different sized top hat for yours. That's basically what I'm getting at. Cut this piece out, and then we're gonna work on getting the rest of the top hat done. So for the top hat part, like that we're gonna be making, we're just gonna make this rectangle here with the design. So for Caine's top hat, there's a red ribbon, so we'll add the red ribbon, and then that's basically it. Then just cut it out. Then once you do this, you're gonna roll, like once this is cut out, you're gonna roll this up to make it the top hat. So you're gonna just kind of roll this up like that. Alright, and then once you roll it up, just tape it where it's like this, like it's opening. Just tape its opening shut, and that's basically it. Alright, there we go, and then I'm just gonna roll this up and tape it onto the bottom of the top hat. Then we're gonna tape it to the bottom piece. So how you're gonna pull this off is you're gonna connect them, and then you're gonna put a piece of tape in between where the two meet, right? So like right there, and then put a couple, and it'll be taped together, and you'll have that. Okay. We're gonna get rid of this hole that's in the top of the top hat, which you're gonna cut out another circle, and then you're gonna tape it the same way. However, I have this one left over because I made the bottom of the top hat a bit bigger, so I'm just gonna use that. The top hat is complete. Now what we're going to do is we're going to tape it to the top of Caine's head. When you do this, I recommend, because you might have this like I do right here, you're going to have where you connected the two when you rolled this part of the top hat up, and there's going to be an obvious cut right there where the red just stops. If you have that, I recommend just putting that in the back so that nobody really sees it. I usually do that with a lot of my customs, like right here. Now, the ribbon on this Caine plush is actually separate because I forgot to add it, and I added it later on. But you can still see I kept this at the back, and all these, like, You can see where I taped it to the back. So I recommend doing that, but you don't have to. It's an optional thing. Tape this to the head. It's basically how we tape everything. We're just going to connect the two, and we're going to tape it on from its side. So, oh, look at that. You should just be able to tape it to the head. Connect, tape. That's it. The head is complete. Now it's time for the much easier stuff. We're going to get into just how to make the body and the limbs. And, of course, we got the Caine right here, which we're also going to be making. So, yeah, let's get into it. Oh, I just realized I have the ribbon on backwards. The ribbon's supposed to be here. Let me fix that real quick. All right, and now let's get into how to do this. Body, most of you guys are probably going to need a new piece of paper. And we're going to actually do it the same way we made this top hat, like this piece of the top hat right here. We're going to make a cylinder shape, we're going to cut it out, and we're going to roll it up and tape it together. Okay, so I may have made this a little bit too tall, but it's fine. But what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing with the top hat. We're going to cut this out, and then we're going to roll it up and tape it together. So I'll do another brief explanation, but for the most part, it's the exact same thing. There we go, and that is what it is cut out, and we're just gonna, again, we're gonna roll this up. If it's kind of like fighting back, like you got these, then you can just kind of flatten the paper as you roll it up, and there we go. Should then roll pretty easily. And I'm just gonna roll this up off camera for a second because it's easier. There you go. It's rolled up, and then you're just gonna tape it. You're just gonna tape where the opening is, and that's it. There you go. And when we attach the head, it's gonna be a little bit hard when you have some extra bits right here. So what I mean by that is this. I can zoom in probably. You might be able to see it, but yeah, these are not aligned. So this piece is shorter than this piece. You can see it right there. What to do about that? Well, trim it. Just grab some scissors, trim it. As you can see, it's gone. That's all you need to do. We can get this little piece out of there. All right, now before you connect the head, don't connect the head yet. The head we're gonna save. We're gonna do the limbs first. Arms and legs are first. So the arms and legs are a bit, you're making the arms and the legs the exact same way, so I'm just gonna show you how to make the arms, and hopefully you can apply that knowledge to the legs. Completely forgot to record everything, but basically, I just drew the arms, I cut them out, and I recommend you color the back. I need to do that, but I'll get to that in a second. And this is all we're just gonna do. We're just gonna draw them, and we're gonna cut them out. Doing the arms first, by the way, in case I didn't mention that. We're gonna tape these on here in a minute, but first decide which arm is which one's the left and right arm. Once you decide that, pick either of them. I'm gonna pick this one, and we're gonna give him a accessory. We're gonna give him his cane. So let's do that. Again, you'll probably want an extra piece of paper. Now, now the thing is, if you use scrap papers for these accessories or the arms and stuff, I recommend just ripping a piece off, take the smaller piece, get rid of the bigger piece. This gives you just this to hold, and it's a lot easier. All right, so just draw the Caine accessory as best as you can. Now try your best to draw the Caine accessory as well as try and cut it out. It's going to be a little bit hard, especially if you're making it like how I am. And because we want it to fit the hand of our Caine plush, and you got to make it skinny. So try your best to cut it out. Once it's cut out, you don't have to color the back of it. I don't even think... Okay, maybe I did. Yeah, so if you want to color the back of it, try your best. If you don't want to, it's up to you, really. And then we're going to tape it onto the hand right here. So you're just going to grab it. And make sure you have it so that how the arm is going to go. Like, I'm going to have the arm like this or something like that. And so I want the Caine to be flipped that way. There we go. And then just tape it on. It might be a little bit more realistic if you have it underneath the hand. But, yeah. So, a little cool thing you can do is if you have the Caine underneath the hand, you can fold the fingers like this. It's going to be a little hard to do with all the tape. And yeah, it looks like he has his fingers wrapped around the cane. Now, I forgot to record this again. Just attach the arms to the body by just taping the end of the arm that isn't the hand to the body. Now, the legs are the exact same process. Just draw the legs, cut them out, and tape them on. But when you do... So I'm not going to explain too much, but it's the same process. So use the same process, and you'll get it. And finally, after so long... Maybe, I don't know how long this took for you guys, but because I'm filming, this just took longer than usual. Tape on the head. How we're going to do this? Connect the bottom of the head to the top of the body, and then if you can kind of see there's some space under there, you're going to try and tape. So, to start, just put the piece of tape right on top of the body, like right in front of the body, not on top, in front of the body, on the front, and tape it. So, it is a different day because after editing, I realized the camera just completely cut because of storage reasons. So, when you're taping the body and the head, just tape the body, or put the head on top of the body, and then just connect the two with a piece of tape. And then do that for the back as well. And it should be stable from there. And that's basically what I was trying to explain. Alright, back to the video. So if you enjoyed, maybe subscribe if you're interested and want to come back. I'm not gonna bore you guys with an outro anymore. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.